We got her who? Hey!
Hi. I'm the wife.
I'm not high, but okay.
I'm the wife.
Well, I would hope so.
Well, yeah, we never know with him.
Yeah, I mean, it might be the mistress.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd be stupid enough to have her on live.
We don't have a mistress. We have a girlfriend.
He had a friend who he took his mistress to a football game or a baseball game, right? And his wife seen him on TV with his girlfriend.
Oh, dude, how the hell do you do
Yep.
that?
Yep, he took his mistress to the.
It was a Cubs playoffs game in Phoenix, Arizona. And he didn't think his old lady was going to be watching at home. And he didn't think we were going to end up on camera.
Oh, my God.
So he got busted with his girlfriend at a baseball game.
Got busted with her again a couple weeks later when a red light camera took their picture.
Oh, God, that's great. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mayhem's Amigos. I am TJ. That's Chronic Chris. There is Rage.
I seen a whole lot of Rage's ass.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of people who've seen a whole lot of Rage's ass, though.
You're sorry, and I'm blind temporarily. And she's leaving.
Oh, there we go.
Fuck.
Man, they still haven't updated this.
I'm on a podcast for a minute.
So, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I just received a text about 20 minutes ago, so you're hearing it first right from my mouth. Pit Lord's got to drop out of the event.
You're serious? Why?
Unfortunately, like me, we all have fucking day jobs. And his day job scheduled him to work on that day because someone else called off.
Wow.
But I mean,
wow.
So it's either scramble and find one more band, or we're just gonna go with what we got and give everybody a couple extra minutes, maybe one or two more songs. And wife says extra burlesque.
I don't hear anybody complaining about that thought.
I'm a genius.
We all know she's pretty smart.
And I can cook.
She's smart, she's good looking, and she can cook.
Which brings me to one very, very, very,
I know where this is going.
Very
severe question here.
Hold on, I just lost Austin.
Why you?
Yeah, how many drugs did you feed her, Chris?
She don't do drugs.
No.
Hey, doesn't mean you couldn't put a little Thorazine in her tapioca.
In my wine. Yeah.
Dude, you can lace her wine with lithium.
I am really, really good at bullshitting people into giving me what I want.
Oh, so you straight up fucking kayfabed her and completely snowblind her.
You ever watch Big Bang Theory?
No.
Let me guess. Penny and oh boy.
I pennied her. For a year, I pennied her.
Yeah.
Did you penny her or did you Sheldon her? You know, penny, penny, penny.
He asked me out for a year, and I was like, no.
I invited her to go meet Ozzy with me.
Yep.
And she thought I was
who's
like
going to turn that down?
She thought I was weird and creepy.
Well, I mean, she's not that far off from the truth.
He didn't want to get into a big giant van that had free candy written on the side of it.
Right.
I wouldn't get into a big giant van with free candy on the side of it.
I know, I did that shit as a joke. You know how much trouble it caused me?
How long are you still on the list for?
Fortunately, I never made it onto that list, but they said, dude, you need to
69 years,
stop and get the fuck away from the high school.
Good Lord, man.
So, you want to hear some news from Illinois?
I'm afraid to.
Why?
It's Illinois.
We're all afraid.
Wrestling show ends in pure chaos. Police were called.
What?
It's all over Facebook. NWR. I will not mention the competitors' names out of respect for them because I'm not picking sides on this one. Because as far as I'm concerned, NWR could go suck a dick.
Oh,
But let's just say, hold on. Let's just say injuries had happened. People did get arrested. And the building and the insurance are probably out the window.
I got some trivia for you, Rage.
Trivia?
Do you know, because I love trivia, do you know why Hulk Hogan changed his name to Hollywood?
Duh, look how many movies he was in.
Nope.
Well, then
Somehow-
whatever your source is completely different from the Hogan biography that they showed.
Somehow, some way, Marvel ended up owning the rights to Hulkamania. And he had to switch to Hollywood Hulk or Hollywood Hogan.
That's weird because when he went to TNA, he was still calling everyone his Hulkamaniacs. Hulkamania was running wild, and he was
What year?
Hulk Hogan.
What year?
What year was Hogan in TNA? Let me look it up for you. Actually, TJ, can you bust that out real quick?
It was a specific time.
I'm looking up this whole NWR thing.
When he was
it
going
won't
by
go
Hollywood, it was because somehow Marvel had the rights to the name Hulkamania, and then when they lost the rights, he got to switch back.
Hold on. You won't find anything about it because they're not mentioning it by name.
Where's it at?
I will send you footage.
Now, which town is it in?
East Peoria.
Place fucking sucks. Man, I was sitting here patiently waiting for TJ to get the show started, and I actually had my wife watching a documentary on Mike Ness and social distortion.
Okay, there's
2010 to 2013.
Was when he was with TNA?
Yes.
That was after he got the rights back.
Okay. When did they have the rights?
In the 90s, when he switched to being called Hollywood.
He was in WCW. The minute his Hulk Hogan was there, he did that. Then he flipped to the NWO. Then he went to the WWE.
I'm just going by what he read for the brief period. Why he called himself Hollywood Hogan was because Marvel had acquired the rights.
Well, Marvel can suck it, bro, because Hogan. Well, I don't like Hulk Hogan anyway, so I can give a fuck less. As long as they didn't fuck with Randy Savage and Jake the Snake Roberts and Ravishing Rick Rude and Kurt Hennig and all them.
Don't forget Vader, the Iron Sheik.
Sheiky baby. Ha!
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Born May 19th, which is my birthday.
You did say Ted DiBiase, right?
Yes. Don't forget Bray Wyatt's father and uncle, Erwin R. Shyster and Barry Windham.
Man admitted to hospital in Peoria after dog raping incident. What the hell?
No.
What the fuck are you looking up?
No, he's making it up because he's sitting there laughing about it.
Are you on that interspecies erotica website again?
Oh, yes, I am.
So you're on your ex's website?
I believe his favorite one is called TijuanaDonkeyShow.com.
She wasn't my first, homie. I wouldn't have touched that with a 20-foot pole. But a certain wrestler that was at the show last night touched her quite a bit. I hate clowns. You know that.
Why? Aren't they fucking funny? Don't they make you fucking laugh?
No.
That's actually the only clown I like.
Okay.
No, TJ knows who. I'm not mentioning names because I don't feel that they deserve the press.
Some of my favorite serial killers were clowns. Gacy,
Joe Gacy.
Pennywise, Ronald.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything on it, but
I can
honestly,
send you
I don't
the
care.
photo.
Honestly, at this point, I don't care either.
Well, I just figured, that would be a big holy shit moment because, like, you've been to my shows.
Yeah.
Never a full-scale riot, correct?
No.
15 fans jumping over the rail to attack one worker.
Jesus. Well, some things. But I mean, you get what I'm saying.
This is why I'm glad I'm not Central Illinois wrestling.
In 2 weeks here, I'm going to do something that's kind of on Rage's level.
What?
While we're having this event, I'm going to be walking around with an industrial stapler. And if you have a donation you want to give to us, you are more than welcome to staple it to my ass.
I was going to say, you're not going to try.
No. I like your thought process. I vibe where you're going, but I can give you a better way to do it. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Higher the donation marks what vicinity of your body it goes. Someone drops $100 bill, take it on the inner thigh close to the yam bag.
Now, if that $100 bill was going directly into my pocket, we'd have a deal on that. But
hold on. The money did, when I did the staple gun spot, it didn't go into my pocket. It went to charity.
Allegedly.
No, it went to charity. I know exactly what charity it was because it was when we did the benefit shows for Skylar's sister who passed away.
The one that dances on Tuesdays.
Oh, really? It went to her? Awesome.
No.
It's my favorite charity.
There's a reason she dances on Tuesdays.
Hold on. Skylar's sister is no longer alive. She died at age 7.
We know.
I apologize. Was I just being
an asshole about realizing it? He didn't. I gave him the background so he could watch where he went with that. I was being polite.
He wasn't saying like Skylar's sister.
No kid deserves that.
He was saying Marvin's charity.
Marvin's charity? Shit. He would have taken it directly on the head and been like, ha, 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 weed money.
Because Marvin's charity still does dance at Devu on Tuesday nights.
Oh, Lord. I'm good. I'm just on a podcast. Okay. I'm just talking shit on a podcast. It'll be okay. Yeah, that fucking valve is dangerous. We need it.
That hurts.
But anyhow, no, the reason I'm not mentioning names is because I don't want to give them the press. They do not deserve it. It is.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. So basically where we're at is shit popped off and they weren't able to control it.
Well, now you are giving them.
Egos got in the way. Communication was misscrewed. It was a clusterfuck.
But now you are giving them the press because now I got to go Google search it and find out, and they're going to get hits on the internet where you can just say the name here and I ain't got to look shit up.
I already tried.
Go to my Facebook. You'll see a post about it without names mentioned.
All right.
So Chris is going to look it up on Fuckbook.
I'll get around.
You know my name. You do know my real name, right, Chris?
Starts with a T.
No.
L.
TJ, private message him.
I can do one better than that.
TJ's going to go rub it up because TJ's on my Facebook.
All right, Chris, there you go. Check our private messages.
Hello. Hi.
The wife's here.
On podcast.
I see. So, no, all right. So it's Easter. I carried on Easter tradition. Went golfing this morning.
So you woke up and drank.
No, I didn't drink until after I went golfing.
Golf,
And then I had
then
3
alcohol.
Bloody Marys. Huh?
Golf, then alcohol.
Then I had 3 Bloody Marys, and now I'm drinking water.
The cartoon version.
Huh? So, I mean, no, I really haven't just... Yesterday, on the other hand, that was another part of tradition. That was go down and ride the sisters. 425 miles later, I roll in. I go, yeah, the seat needs to be redone on my bike. Because, ow.
So you went down to the sisters.
Rode the sisters. 425-mile round trip later. I'm like, yeah, seat needs to be redone. And I think we lost rage, dude. Oh, man. I really don't. I got to say it, man. I really don't care what happens with Central Illinois wrestling. I really don't.
Yeah.
I mean, the Illini lost yesterday to UConn. And I was surprisingly at peace with that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, sorry. She knows.
So
I was at peace with the Illini losing yesterday.
in a genius move, I kicked myself out of the studio.
Good job.
Yeah, that was a fucking clusterfuck.
Dude, I mean, I'm okay with it. I was like, I don't know. I did my ride yesterday. I played golf today. Friday, I caught up on chores and got my house put back together and literally
Watch Letterkenny.
No, I didn't. I have not turned on Letterkenny all weekend.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
Hello, sir. May I ask you where the missus of the house is and why in the holy fuck have you been abducted by an alien created by Ray Lytle to dismember the heart and soul of this person's well-being? You not watching Letterkenny is like me not turning on a death match at night.
I chose not to watch Letterkenny. I do like other things,
I know, but it's an abnormality.
Allegedly.
Uh-huh.
What?
Stop trying to rib us, motherfucker. I knew it.
I'm serious.
Speaking
I
of,
am, you know what?
I found Pupper's beer.
Where?
It's in Canada.
Not in the U.S. yet.
Nope. And right now, I'm waiting for them to make another batch, and I'm going to try to see if I can send a buddy up there to get me some.
You know
now,
what's
I
funny?
will tell you that they are making Gus and Brew, and you can get Gus and Brew in the United States.
Where?
Gus and Place?
Online. Gus and Brew, the whiskey they drink on Letterkenny.
I'm sorry, but I heard Gus and my mind slipped because of May 18th.
But no, like I said, I turned on Letterkenny on the last time at Christmas time when the final season dropped. That was the last time I watched Letterkenny.
That's wild. You want to hear something else that's wild? In 2024, certain songs turn 25 years old. I feel old as shit.
Well, that's because you are old as shit.
No, I'm sorry, but when Crazy Town's fucking Butterfly is a quarter of a century old.
Come, my lady, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar baby.
That song, TLC's No Scrubs and Waterfalls, there was a whole list. I'm like,
I don't want no scrubs.
I was rocking out to some of this shit back in the day.
That's fine that those songs are 25 years old. When I start hearing them on the classic hits or the classic rock station, then we start having issues.
You hush up because a lot of my childhood's now on there. Everything from Motley, Poison, GNR, Slayer, Motorhead.
Classic rock.
Same here, dude. We grew up listening to the same shit.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
I'm sorry. Linkin Park being on a classic station is fucking blasphemous.
Yes.
But it's there. Hybrid Theory is 25 years old.
Yes, Hybrid Theory.
Closer to 30 now.
No, Hybrid Theory.
No, 25. Yeah, you're right.
The video for One Step Closer came out in May 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. 99.
So, yeah,
okay.
Hybrid Theory is 25 years old now. So it's like, wait a minute. Oh.
What?
Which makes Nevermind like 33 years old.
I know, right? But
even worse than that.
My Suburban is officially this year an antique.
Yep.
So is my Chevy Lumina.
So's the ligaments in my left knee.
No, those were antiques years ago.
Dude, I can't believe there's a guy right down the street from me that's got an old Chevy Caprice squad car with the vintage plates on it.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Dude, your car's only like a 99.
The cop car that my dad drove.
Yeah, like the 98 Chevy Caprice squad car.
No, you don't understand. My dad was a cop when I was like a baby, so.
And Rage has spent plenty of times in the back seat of one of those.
Not like you did, motherfucker.
2000. Thank you, Corey.
Okay, so it's got a year to go.
Not like TJ. I might have spent time in the backseat of cop cars, but I never left with pink handcuffs.
You know, and in my honest opinion, Hybrid Theory was probably Linkin Park's heaviest album.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hybrid Theory was definitely their heaviest album. Everything else slowed down and had some kind of beat to it. My favorite album next to Hybrid Theory was the mashup they did with Jay-Z.
For Encore.
It was called Collision Course.
Yeah, but Jay-Z's song was Encore, and then I don't remember what Linkin Park's.
No. They actually were on every song that they did for that album together.
Okay. I don't know. I lost a lot of respect for them when they snitched on Sublime.
Huh?
Go ahead, Chris.
So
that is something I didn't know about.
They were at this festival, and Sublime was playing with Rome, Linkin Park, bunch of other bands. Well, Sublime, being who they are, you know, they're backstage in their little area smoking. a couple
Fucked up
of
stuff.
a couple of the techs, not actual band members, just technicians for Linkin Park, actually called security that Sublime was smoking weed and got them busted.
Snitch motherfuckers.
So ever
Okay.
since then, I just kind of said, fuck them.
Speaking of Sublime, what's your favorite song by them?
The porno song.
I want to say it's either Burritos, Ball It. I'm going to go with Burritos or 5446.
My favorite song was the one Bradley did with Gwen Stefani, I Saw Red.
Yes. I actually like the live music video for that song. It's him and Gwen on stage.
It was a short song.
You can tell if Bradley would have lived, there was a connection there. I think if Bradley Nowell would have lived, Gwen Stefani would have stayed a punk rocker and never went mainstream like she did.
Yeah, she kind of sold out.
She would never got married to a country star or to Gavin Rossdale.
Or Gavin the gay man.
And then there's a good chance that she might have slept with me.
Yeah. But TJ would have went to a No Doubt concert, swang around his dang-a-lang, and she would have been like...
And she would have said, oh, look, how cute, an extra belly button.
No, he would have done a concert that No Doubt would have done a concert in Springfield, Illinois. He would have done that, and she would have been like, I've heard rumors about that. Pounce.
Oh, that never happened.
Well,
what, rumors?
Well, Rumors was a great album. But I mean, I'm a Fleetwood Mac fan, so
hey, same here. Same here.
Nice way to spin that one, TJ.
I have no idea about this this rumor mill of my dong that you speak of.
Why you gotta knock shit off the shelf?
Hold on. Put your hand on a fucking Bible and try to tell me that.
I don't have a Bible here.
Okay. Put your hand on a bottle of your favorite alcohol and tell me that.
Wait, what's he trying to say?
By swearing to the alcohol gods. Hold on before you do it. Hold on. Before you do it, you have... Yeah, I know what it is. You have
no idea of these rumors that you speak of about my dong.
Blasphemy. For one, you did not swear to the alcohol gods.
Oh, I have to swear to the alcohol gods.
Yes, you do, because you know you're lying out your fucking ass.
How am I lying?
You fucked a female Springfield police officer in the back of a squad car and ended up with pink handcuffs. And if you don't believe me, people, if y'all don't believe me, find fucking LaJean Witherspoon on fucking Facebook and ask him.
No.
Quiet up, TJ. You know.
No, I have never had a set of pink fucking handcuffs in my life.
No, they weren't yours. They were hers. They were just still attached to one of your wrists when you came back into the apartment.
Well, that's because you ain't been arrested by my buddy Chris.
God damn it.
6'3" brick shithouse looking motherfucker will arrest you with a pair of pink handcuffs.
Trying to make you think that he's Bubba too, right?
Oh, I asked him, hey, cool. Do those things come with the fuzzy little things for him too?
Oh my God, that's funny.
I asked him, hey, do you ever go home and play cops and criminals with your wife, do a little bedroom interrogation with your handcuffs and your baton?
Oh
you know what he told me? That's none
every
of your
night.
fucking business.
Hey, it's better than saying, no, I usually do that with the male inmates that I arrest.
Well, that's what I want to know. Like, do you marry a woman that has a cop fetish?
Well, now, as everybody knows, I'm former military police. And my first wife was also military police. So, you know, we were two cops that married each other, basically.
So, like, did you guys play good cop, bad cop in the bedroom?
Absolutely. I was usually the bad cop.
And he don't mean bad cop like the mean tough guy. Just he was.
Oh no, I was
it.
really dirty.
He was bad at it.
Yes, I was definitely bad at it. I mean, it was bad.
Let's not talk about a certain former intern of yours who has a goat fetish.
I was gonna say, TJ, you doing your mating call again?
You never know, you know.
No, because he would be like, I'm a bad boy. Please don't spank me, daddy. What? Huh?
Now, Corey, is it gonna be like the original lineup?
Different
Dude, yeah, you know what?
No doubt, or
I'm glad you bring that up.
Burritos, burgers.
So Corey
are they
brings
gonna
up
be
that
doing
no
like
doubt
a hella good tour?
No Doubt's in rehearsal for a 2024 summer tour. And I've got to agree with Chris. It's got to be the originals, man.
The Tragic Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forgive me. I have to leave for a minute because I just got a message. It's pretty important.
All right.
Do what you gotta do.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I'm really hoping it is the original lineup, you know?
If
Because
not
I get
original
so
lineup, the original first album.
Oh, Corey says yes, original lineup minus Gwen Stefani's brother.
Didn't he die?
Yeah, I think so.
And I keep wanting to say his name was Eric, but that was another member of Sublime.
But dude, I'm telling you, like, you know, I get so sick of all of these bands that just to keep the band going, they try to do a whole different lineup and play the same stuff that the original group put together.
Well,
and then they butcher the shit out of it.
Well, that's what I like earlier. I was reading a thing from Rex Brown saying this current Pantera lineup is not a tribute band. Yes, it is. There are no founding members. You are not Pantera. That was Diamond Vinny's.
Right. And if you don't have Diamond Vinny back, done.
Right. Well, and someone else I was talking because the other day his daughter really likes Sleep Token and he wanted to go to Sonic Temple and he's like, yeah, I'm not driving all the way to Ohio to spend the whole day seeing a bunch of bands I don't want to see just to see one band. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I mean, I've heard Sleep Token, but so many bands send me music anymore. Like, I'm just not impressed anymore. Right. I'm sorry, but
you know, there were bands when I was doing the internet radio thing back in New Mexico, there were bands that sent me stuff all the time. And I was blown away by some of the original stuff coming out. I don't get that anymore.
Right.
I don't get that in your face, blown away style of music like I used to. And it drives me nuts.
Okay. And his name is Eric. I thought so. Yeah,
All right.
I mean, there are bands out there that's like, dude, why aren't you with a fucking label? Well, we don't
Right.
want to. Okay, awesome.
Okay, I could get behind that.
You know, and that's why we have the keeping the bands on the road and all that other stuff. Like my friends with Prison City Brigade, they had labels coming after them hard, but they said, we want you to change this, this, and this about your
And they
style.
said, no.
And yeah, they said, we ain't changing nothing. We are who we are, and take it or leave it. And you know, that's the kind of bands I want to listen to. That's the kind of shit I want to support.
You know, I could go back and I could talk about multiple different bands I've heard over the years that were great bands. And, you know, everybody knows that one of my favorites was Midnight to 12. And
Wait. Everyone's got a story to tell. You have to write your own. Something like that.
Yeah,
I'm
there
out
you
of
go.
tune,
Yeah,
but
story.
that's the gist of the song.
That was one of them. Yeah.
You know, and
But
it's
yeah,
funny.
one of my favorite bands was Midnight to 12. And they were trying to sign with a label, but they never quite got to like your Sony or your United Artists or whoever it may be.
But there's still a lot of good labels out there, even for metal musicians. You got Metal Blade and Devastation.
And they never really signed with a label. And they kept going for as long as they could, but finally it just came down to family versus band.
But also at the same time, there's a lot of, if you're talking to a label, you better have a lawyer.
Yes.
Someone that's going to sit there and read the contract and know and understand everything, and then be able to explain it to you how you can understand it.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, that's where the world's going.
Oh, it's been that way. Even when Ozzy was going solo and Sharon stepped in and said, all right, I'm managing you. And then she went to all of these labels and she read the contracts and she'd been in the business. So she knew, and she turned down 6 labels for Ozzy before they finally signed.
Right. So let me give a couple of plugs here real quick while we've got a minute. First one I want to give to is, of course, mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you don't want to pay for something, you want something in the morning for free that'll get you going and make you laugh at somebody, turn on Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster, 8 to whenever they finish up. You can get it on Facebook, YouTube, and of course, if you like what you're listening to, subscribe. Pick up a subscription starting at $5 a month, gets you a whole bunch of additional material, and it goes up to as high as $20 a month. So Morning Disaster's back. They're better than ever. Well, I wouldn't say they're better than ever, but they're still doing really well.
And that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning?
8 o'clock in the morning. The free shows are on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays.
And that's perfect, folks, because you can switch from Asgard Radio, listening to Miss Shockwave, over to the Morning Disaster.
There you go. I tend to do that quite a bit, actually. And then I listen to, I hear different stories on that show all the time. And everybody knows I was a part of that show at one point. But I hear different stories on it. There's a guy on that show that caused an arson. And in the process of burning his girlfriend's house down, he was so angry with her that he pooped in a lasagna pan and left it in the garage.
One or the other, man. Shit or burn. Can't have both.
There's another guy that was on there. There's another guy that was on there that they found a mysterious stain on his bed mattress.
It was a Hershey's Kiss.
He swore up and down it was a milk dud.
Milk dud.
Now, when they went to make him lick it, on the other hand, he was almost there to lick the stain. And he says, okay, I admit it. It's shit.
You know what? I wouldn't give a fuck. I'd have had to stick to my lie and lick the stain. Been like, ew,
Oh,
chocolate must have gone bad.
Oh God, no way.
I mean, it sounds gross, but if you're gonna lie with something, follow it through until the end.
But the antics and everything that happened on that show is definitely worth listening to. And it takes you back to a long forgotten time where people had a sense of humor. So I encourage everybody to listen to it. Check it out. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, free shows, 8 a.m. with, Morning Disaster. And
Well, feel free to plug it, because if you're listening to us, you're not going to be offended by Morning Disaster.
that's true. Yeah, you're not. All right. Number 2. My good friend, former colleague, Hardcore Rob Hansen, has a show that our own Adam is a part of. And he has gotten that show going. And it is called Weird Frequencies. It has a lot of Weird Frequencies, has a lot of different conspiracies. Rob has my friend Bubba on the show who talks about that fake bullshit Bigfoot. Rob has also got our own Bigfoot's bullshit.
Bigfoot's real.
Yeah, okay. You have your opinion. I have the truth.
Fuck you. Hey. Have you ever seen Bigfoot?
No, but I've also.
Then how do you know he ain't real? How do you know he don't exist?
Because there would be some sort of scientific evidence proving the existence of Bigfoot by now.
There's a lot of parts of the world that have yet to be explored.
Yeah, and I'm sure if somebody gave me a colonoscopy, they'd find a cheeseburger I ate when I was 5.
If you get a colonoscopy and they find a cheeseburger you ate when you're 5, you really need to take a shit.
Anyway, so you got Weird Frequencies with Hardcore Rob Hansen hosting. Very good friend of mine, extremely talented, knows a lot of stuff. The guy who believes in Bigfoot, Bubba, which I don't buy that Bigfoot bullshit, but whatever. You've got our own Adam in there who is using science to prove or disprove one way or the other. And if he can't, he just kind of throws his hands in the air. And then they've got this weird homeless guy that hangs around. And every once in a while, I hear like chickens screaming, and he'll lick a picture of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I've heard rumors that guy likes to steal shows from people. So if I was Rob, I'd watch him really close. But yeah, that weird homeless guy he's always hanging around. It's just odd. I didn't know Rob for a conspiracy show needed comic relief, but hey, it's there. Weird Frequencies on most Sunday nights between 7 and 8 or 8, 9 p.m. Definitely worth checking out, but be careful. Rob, I love you. Be careful of that homeless guy. I'd be careful of him. He's got a habit of stealing shows from what I've heard.
So when Adam doesn't know something, he just basically makes a field goal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So, and of course, you've always got the amazing Garden Time with Susan. No, of course, any other time of the day that one of these different podcasts is not on, by all means, tune in to what we have going on AsgardRadio.com, because we're going to bring you the noise. We've got the best DJs on the market today. AsgardRadio.com, where the gods go to rock. Come check us out and see what we've got going. I'm still fighting out computer issues, and I'm ordering my new board this week, so I will be able to actually simulcast during my show.
But you can also hear Miss Shockwave Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Central Time. Slider on Tuesdays and Thursdays, bringing you brand new music on Tuesday and all of your favorite throwbacks on Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. And then me, bringing you some good drinking music on Whiskey Wednesday, getting ready for the weekend on Friday, and Saturday morning, the heaviest show on radio, all requested, coming out of the Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois.
There it is. And more
I'm not at the Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois, but my best friend Steve is back in the kitchen hitting me with requests.
And don't forget, everybody, Asgard has got more coming to you. This is just the beginning.
Yes.
This is just the beginning.
Besides TJ, I'm waiting to hear from 2 other DJs to get all set up. We got the event on April 13th. And hopefully, if this event goes well, we plan on doing many, many more. I got to be honest, Chris. I'm actually preparing. There's going to be a week we're not going to have a Mayhem's Amigos, and because I am preparing. Once I have the new board, the new cables, everything here, I am ripping this studio to shreds. I'm tearing it completely apart, revamping it, putting it back together, hoping that I could get everything functioning right so I could start doing my show on Asgard. Hell yeah. Because also, I got a couple of different bands down in the Texas area that I would love to come down and put on a show with them.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
I really can't say names while we're live and on air, but just know I got some really good bands down in Texas, down in Oklahoma.
ZZ Top
I would love.
I'd be all for that. Let's do it, ZZ Top.
You know what? Honestly, I love ZZ Top, but I couldn't have them do a show for me, not without the original lineup, and we're never going to get that. Right?
You know what I want, though, when it comes to that? I would love to do that show broadcasting live from the Chicken Ranch.
That's where they filmed. Or no. That was the little shack outside LaGrange.
That's right. The Chicken Ranch,
yeah.
The biggest Chicken Ranch, the biggest little whorehouse in Texas.
Well, our show on April 13th at the Top Fuel Saloon, we're trying to figure out if we'll be able to go live for that one.
With a little bit of work, you could do it, and I would actually be willing to quarterback it if I've got this revamped by then.
Well, it's 2 weeks away.
Well, I've got 2 weeks, don't I?
Yep.
But we would be able to actually, if I could, the way I'm setting everything up is I'm going to be able to simulcast to Mayhem servers as well as to the Asgard servers. So we would be able to go video live on Mayhem, audio live on Asgard, through StreamYard, and through our broadcast software, and lock it all in and run. And then we could do, if I've got it set the way I want to set it up, I'll be able to record. So we'll actually be able to record like behind the scenes stuff too.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, go ahead and plug the show. I've got to take this real quick.
He's got a little Motorhead as his ringtone there, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, April 13th, Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois. Unfortunately, Pit Lord had to drop out, but we still have Old Fat Bastard and the Dirty Sphincters, Prison City Brigade, Heartsick, the Almas, Jezebel's Burlesque Show. We're doing 50-50 raffles. You see the shelf behind me that's got all the bottles of whiskey on it. Yeah, that's Chronic's Private Bar. 4 bottles are coming out of that. Motorhead, Blackened, Kiss, Rum, and Def Leppard Gin. Going up for raffles along with the first 4 Metallica albums. we're also going to be raffling off out of my private collection. Vince Neil signed guitar, the red one. I ain't coming off that one. No way in hell. And then one more out of my collection. You can, let's see, get that straight right. Yeah, you see there's a whole pile of guitars back there in the corner. So we're going to silent auction 2 of them off. And the one that's not signed by Vince Neil, hopefully we'll get every band that's there that day to be able to put their Herbie Hancock on it for us and all that other good shit. That's Saturday, April 13th, 2 weeks away at the Top Fuel Saloon in Braidwood, Illinois. If you ain't there, I don't know what the fuck you're going to be doing with your life. It's going to be $10 at the door, which goes to the Keeping Bands on the Road Fund. Yeah, and it's going to be a damn good time. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. Chronic Chris Show, Asgard Radio, Mayhem's Amigos. We all proudly support Studio Live out of Burlington, Iowa. Brandon Orton, Gentleman B, has been a musician for 20 plus years and decided he wanted to give back, and he has a music store in Burlington, Iowa, buying, selling, trading new and used equipment, music gear. He does donations and discounts for high school band members, low-income families, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check them out on Facebook. Studio Live out of Burlington, Iowa. Top Fuel Saloon, Braidwood, Illinois. And, yeah.
Of course, the whole thing brought to you by all of us at AsgardRadio.com, where the gods go to rock.
Yes, and we also support all the biker bars and dive bars around the world.
Amen to that. How do you keep low-budget hookers employed?
Well, for one, you got to keep them low. You got to keep them low budget and low maintenance.
I promise you. If you can find me a hooker with a drippy vagina, I could find you a prospect that would be happy to eat that vagina. Did you just throw up a little bit?
I think I think I did a little bit. And you actually made me think, and I think I finally came up with a title for my hooker story in Springfield.
Oh, really?
I'm going to call it the Pizza Face Proposition.
Oh, God. Like I said, if you show me a hooker with a dripping vagina, I promise you, I will show you a probate in some motorcycle club that's willing to eat it.
You want your rocker, boy?
Yeah, pretty much. You better get on down there and munch. But
oh,
fuck. I saw something crawl. Eat it.
I'm sorry. That would be a well-deserved rocker. Yeah. In fact, they should give them like a 69% patch or something like that for
it. A 69% patch. That's a good one. I know a guy that would probably do it too.
And he don't even need the rocker.
Yeah, he don't need the rocker. He'd just be happy to have something to eat. Absence of evidence does not mean evidence of absence. Very true, Corey. Very true.
I'm not high enough for this shit.
I I'm happy that I finally got you to throw up in your mouth a little bit. It took me coming up with something that wrong to finally get you to throw up your mouth a little bit.
I just ate meatloaf like an hour ago.
What, were you imagining something runny coming off of the meatloaf or something?
Hey, leave my motherfucking meatloaf alone.
I couldn't help it. It was too open. It was way too open for that one. I had to say something. Oh my God.
Because my wife, we wanted meatloaf this morning, both of us. Like, I got a hankering for it. Well, let's go to the store and make it. And then my wife all of a sudden, well, let's go to this buffet place that has it. I said, are they even open? It's Easter, in this holy roller community. They're open at $17 a person.
Ow!
And then you got to fight the church crowd. I'm like, yeah, we're going to go to the store, spend like $12 and get all the ingredients to make our own meatloaf.
Right? Was she upset?
A little bit.
Well,
but you know where I went, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, you went to the store and spent $12.
No, this was after we went to the store.
Oh.
You called me while I was there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's a good way to blow off some steam.
It is. I
went
better afterwards.
So I went golfing today. That's after a 425-mile ride on the bike yesterday. I go golfing today. Chris went to the range and fired off like 500 rounds. And we're not talking the porno range, and he's sitting there firing off 500 rounds going, no, he went to the pistol range and shot 500 rounds of ammunition.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, right? So what did you take?
High point 9mm rifle and Smith & Wesson SD 9mm.
Nice. I wouldn't mind firing the S&D.
Yeah, I love it.
A little bit different. Okay, so
I'll tell you what, it's no M&P, but it's still it's a nice minimal kick.
Yeah. Now, out of those 3 firearms, which one do you use when the zombie hooker breaks in the door?
For that, I bust a sword out of the rack. Fucking cut their heads off.
Right? And we are definitely going right down the toilet. I swear.
You start getting loud about that shit, you'll attract more zombies.
Really?
Ain't you ever seen Zombieland?
No.
Walking Dead?
Boring.
You make noise, you attract zombies. You want to be quiet about killing some zombies.
Now, wait a minute. Okay, so you know what? Now, I'm glad you bring that up. That's a good question then. So, if you make noise when you're being attacked by zombies, how well does the guy make it, or how does the guy make it that had Mexican food and he's got the farts?
Oh, he ain't making it.
He ain't. Why not?
Because he's got to stop and take a shit.
So what if he shits his pants?
Hey, you know what? As long as you can keep going and outrun the zombies, that's cool. But know this. Before I let you outrun me, I'm tripping your ass.
Even if he's got shit on his pants.
Even if he's got shit, I don't care. Zombies are coming. It's no holds barred.
All right, so what happens after somebody's been attacked by a zombie? What happens to them?
They start to turn.
Turn what? Gay?
Into a zombie.
Oh. All right, so they turn into a zombie. And then what?
Don't you watch movies?
Dude, I'm not a big zombie fan. I don't get it.
Well, depending on how you get bit by the zombie, you're either dinner for a whole pack of zombies and there's nothing left, or
Okay.
they take a good bite out of you, you get infected, and you become a zombie.
Okay. Now, do zombies shower?
No, they're the Walking Dead. They stink and they eat brains.
So do they ever change their clothes?
Oh, why must you torture me?
No, I'm serious. I'm asking a serious question. Do they ever change their
Fuck
clothes?
no, they're zombies. They don't give a fuck. They got less of a fuck to give than me.
Okay, so if the guy that you trip shit his pants and he turns into a zombie, does that mean that he's got to spend the rest of eternity with a shitty ass?
Yep. Should have thought about that before you forgot to wipe.
I mean, I was trying to get to a point here.
Okay, I'm sitting here wondering where the fuck are you going with this?
And then you figured it out. You're like,
yes.
oh, God.
He's a shitty zombie for the rest of eternity.
He's a shitty zombie.
And even before you hear him coming, you're going to smell him. So you'll know.
Okay, so if you, let's say it's a woman that's bitten, she turns into a zombie, but she had like a really bad yeast infection before she was bit. Does that mean that she's going to spend the rest of the life or the rest of eternity breaking bread?
Pretty much. It's like the Pillsbury Dough zombie. And depending on how much that yeast gets fermented, you might have some beer with it.
Oh, God. Beer crotch. Hey. Oh, my God. See, I could come up with some good ideas here. All right, so you've got beer crotch and shit britches. Now, do zombies fuck?
I don't think so. I've never seen anything like that in any of the zombie movies I've watched. Oh, wait. Rob and Sherry do.
Who's Rob and Sherry?
Rob and Sherry zombie? You know,
Oh,
Rob
well,
zombie,
okay.
Sherry
Yeah,
zombie.
all right, asshole. Yes,
But
Rob Zombie, right.
But outside of those two, I'm pretty sure they don't.
Yeah, the only thing I ever saw that even was a zombie-related anything that piqued my interest was that iZombie where she was a forensic specialist that ate brains and figured out murders. And she was kind of cute.
Oh, maybe in if Quentin Tarantino makes a zombie movie, there might be some fucking.
Quentin Tarantino, please make a zombie movie because this could be entertaining. I know a guy I'd want to watch it.
Hell, I know too.
Who?
Me and you.
Well, I don't know if I would watch it.
I like zombie movies, and you're into weird shit.
Well, I'm into fucking, so
which is weird because I'm not a big fan of horror movies,
right?
But I don't mind zombies.
I'm not a big horror movie fan. I mean, I'll be, I know I don't admit it very often, but honest to God, I'm really not.
No, I have seen every Rob Zombie movie.
I'm more of like, I love action movies. I'm a huge comedy fan.
I want to say I like something that's going to make me sit down and laugh.
Yeah, absolutely. If I could sit down and crack the fuck up, that's worth me watching.
But But I'm sorry, Jim Carrey's kind of washed up and not funny anymore.
No.
Adam Sandler the same way, and Chris Farley's dead. So,
Yep. But that doesn't stop me from going on to YouTube and finding Sam Kinison
yes,
or George Carlin,
Rodney Dangerfield.
Rodney Dangerfield, Robin Williams.
Some Andy Kaufman.
Some. But no, I mean, I will turn on Sam Kinison and laugh my fucking ass off for hours.
But you know what? If it wasn't Sam Kinison doing those bits, anyone else, they wouldn't be funny.
No.
It was his demeanor.
The way he
made
did
that shit.
Absolutely.
The way he, you motherfucker!
Yeah. You motherfucker! Oh, God.
Yeah.
Early Tim Allen.
Oh, my God.
I mean,
yes.
go back to before Home Improvement, Tim Allen. Oh, my God.
No. The first time I ever saw, oh, my God, I know his name. John Stamos.
Yes.
Or no. John Stamos is Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Oh,
the first time I ever seen Bob Saget, holy shit! I had never seen him before, other than Family or Full House and America's Funniest Home Video. And then I get introduced to his comedy, and I'm like, holy fuck, this ain't the same guy.
Yeah, right? I was like, the first time I saw Bob Saget, they were doing Comic Relief, where it was hosted by Whoopi Goldberg, Robin Williams, and Billy Crystal. And they brought Bob Saget out, and he's like, hey, by the way, I just had something added into my shorts. Look at this. This is called the Dick Cam. And he unzips his pants and pulls a mini cam out of his fucking pants. My childhood is ruined.
Same here. And then I found out the whole time he was doing Full House, he was on coke.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I need to go back and watch that shit again to see if I can notice anything. Yeah.
Way to go there, Space Cadet, you know. But I mean, you know, another thing, and people give me shit about it, and I don't fucking care. But another thing I get into is I'm a Star Trek fan. I like Star Trek. I like Star Wars. I watch them both.
See,
if you have a problem with what I like to watch, huh?
I watched the original 3. I don't know. I can't get into too much sci-fi or. I like shit in movies that could possibly, potentially, maybe happen.
Right. I think, you know, the thing I like about Star Trek is it's a possible futuristic account on what we could do if we wake the fuck up. But it says in the canon now, as far as the whole show, as far as the whole universe goes, we gotta fuck up to get there. Like nuclear war, fuck up. Because they said in Strange New Worlds, the only way we got there is it was nuclear war. Moscow destroyed. DC destroyed. Goodbye, Nancy Pelosi. New York City destroyed. Chicago gone. Only thing saved in Chicago, Wrigley Field. Everything else gone. Which is another reason why I like Star Trek, because he did say Wrigley Field survived.
I could live with that.
Right. You know, and it's like, but he said it was a whole on nuclear war. And then out of the remnants of nuclear war, this genius scientist created warp drive. And that's where everything started. And I'm like, it's so fucking radical that it could happen. And basically the world became a part of a United States of worlds.
Well, you know, somewhere in the state of Iowa, they do have a marker for the future birthplace of James T. Kirk.
I know. I saw it the other day on Facebook.
Oh,
And one of these days I will visit Ottumwa, Iowa.
And if you go to the little museum, your chances of meeting Radar are pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've heard that Gary Berghoff is a dick, though.
Yeah, he was a pretty not cool guy with us.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've gotten a lot of mixed stories on that. I've heard people say that he was a fucking dick.
I walked right up to him and said, excuse me, sir, I need you to sign this. Just don't even bother looking at it. Just sign it. He turned and looked at me, and you probably watched it with your grandpa, didn't you? I said, no, my dad.
But you know what I'm saying is, like, I love the movie, I love the show, but I also love stuff historically based, historically accurate. Oppenheimer. I watched that movie. I'm telling you, man, I was like, normally in a 3.5 hour movie, I'm going to have to get up to pee.
Right.
I was glued. I could not leave. I was glued to that movie.
Yeah, I know I'm going to have to get around to watching it.
The Irishman. What I loved The Irishman. 4 hours long. Again, I'm sitting there drinking. I did not have to pee.
That's the one with Robert De Niro and
Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino playing Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of that, but I couldn't sit still for that long.
Dude, I couldn't move. Once I got into it, I was stuck.
I tried. I can't sit still for that long.
I did not have to pee.
Now, I am waiting for the Bob Marley movie to come out, and then I'm going to have to turn the phone off, put it in the other room, sit down with a big old fatty, and just maybe a couple of them.
Now they're continuing movies from my childhood, things that I loved growing up, okay? So we've got coming out this summer, Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. I have been waiting for them to fix the fuck up of Beverly Hills Cop 3 for fucking years. We're finally going to get it.
Don't forget we got Beetlejuice 2 coming in September.
Right. Out now. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Dude, I gotta see that.
See, and I can't justify going to the theater. I know a lot of people love going to the theater. And back in the day when I was younger, yeah, I fucking loved it too. But nowadays, it's just $15 just to sit down and watch the movie. Another 10 for popcorn, another 10 for a soda.
Right.
For two people, you're easily going to spend $50-$60 just going to the movies. Wait for it to come out streaming, get you a bag of Orville Redenbachers, and
so now here's the big one. There's no release date yet. They are still wrapping everything up with it so they can start shooting it. Lethal Weapon 5. And yes, it is Danny Glover and Mel Gibson coming back.
Yes, I've seen that, but when was Lethal Weapon 4?
Lethal Weapon 4 was 1998.
See, I don't remember a 4. I remember the first 3.
Lethal Weapon 4 was 1998. That was
Another one with Joe Pesci.
Actually, you know what? Here's the kicker to it. Lethal Weapon 4 was the very first R-rated movie I ever saw legally in a theater on my own.
I don't think I've been to a theater. Well, actually, since I've been legally allowed to watch a rated R movie in the theater, I don't think I've seen one in the theater.
I mean, I've seen quite a few, right? But that was something I used to do quite a bit. Is I love going to the movies. It's kind of like that last grasp at being young, I guess. Oh wait, I ride a Harley. I'm forever young.
Well, I used to love going to the movies, but now they can give you a beer, but you can't have a cigarette with it.
Yeah, you got a point, and that's bullshit. Like now, if I watch a movie, if I want to pause it and walk to my door, look, I got a 55-inch big screen hanging up over a driver's seat in an RV. It's like being in a movie theater when I watch a movie on my big screen.
Right.
Once I get the sound bar hooked in and I hook up these surround sound speakers, I will literally be sitting in a movie theater every time I watch something.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you what, because I just revamped the studio and hooked up my surround sound and shit yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got a pair of 1996 Pioneer speakers hooked up to my stereo. And they still sound really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I spent about 2 hours messing with the volume and the tone and everything, trying to blow out these speakers. But
they won't go.
Nope, they won't. I kept overloading the amplifier before I would blow out the speakers. The amplifier kept overloading and shutting down before the speakers would blow.
But you get what I'm saying. That's like, we talk quite a bit about like the differences between stuff when we were younger and now. And dude, I mean, it was no shock to turn around and go down the street with your buddies and disappear all day.
Right?
Today, little leash. Everybody's got a little leash.
And I just seen something about it the other day. This guy was talking and he was actually kind of joking about it. He's like, it was safer in the 80s. There were still kidnappings and stuff, but I mean, people weren't crazy like they are today.
Dude, there was not so much connectivity back then. I mean, think about it. 80s and 90s. Everybody was not interconnected like they are now.
Right.
If you wanted to know something about me, what did you have to do?
I had to go ask someone. I had to go fucking research. Hey, do you know TJ? What do you know about TJ?
But
I mean, I could just go to your Facebook page and find out everything I want to know about you in 5 minutes.
If you really wanted to know something about me, you had to come up and talk to me, or you had to talk to somebody who knew me.
Exactly.
And I mean, that's it. Now, hit Facebook, hit X, hit TikTok, hit VidVoc, whatever. You will find everything you want to know, and it's all right there at your fingertips on this handheld computer that they said 30 years ago would never happen.
I know. I would love to go back to my 3rd grade math teacher that always said, wait, you're going to walk around with a calculator everywhere when you get older? Damn fucking right I am.
Here, hey, am I going to walk around with a calculator everywhere I go? Hey, there it is, motherfucker.
Yep.
Right there. Here, you want me to make it scientific? You know?
But you know, I love the old school alarm clocks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I can take one of those apart, and I need to find the duck hunt gun from the original Nintendo, solder it up to the snooze button, and that way I can shoot my alarm clock without actually hurting anything.
Like, I remember trying to go to sleep and then hearing the minute number flip, go flop, flop. Like, God, stop being so fucking noisy.
And I've noticed I don't hear crickets like I used to.
Yeah.
And you don't see fireflies or ladybugs like you used to.
No, you really don't. And I blame the zombies that shit their pants. I really do.
No, it's not the zombies. It's the same people that are fucking with the bee population.
You feel better?
A little bit.
Oh, here. Look, I might have crickets and frogs.
Now, just with the cricket, I need a car driving down the road at intervals.
That work? God. Yeah. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, it's just no, you're absolutely right. I don't see the crickets like I used to, or I don't hear the crickets like I used to. I don't see the fireflies like I used to. Where are the old-fashioned red ladybugs?
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, though, I could go out and find a pile of fucking fire ants.
You know, I wonder if those are things kind of like the tooth fairy and the shit you only see when you're a child, and then when you get so old, you just don't see them anymore.
Bullshit. Now, I will say I was out camping, or I was at my reunion last year, my family reunion, and I was sitting in a lawn chair, and I did see, hand on the Bible, I saw it. I saw fireflies. And I heard crickets and tree frogs.
Where?
It was down by Rend Lake in southern Illinois.
Because yeah, we're gonna need evidence of this. and what, you never seen the tooth fairy when you were a kid?
No.
I did. Unfortunately, she looked like a lot like my stepmom, and her donations went way down when my dad quit drinking.
Oh, damn.
All of a sudden, instead of getting a 50 or a 20 a tooth, I'm only getting a quarter.
That's fucked.
I know.
Well, what do you say, man? I mean, it's Easter. I know we've had some people that have logged in. Thank you for joining us, those that have. And everybody who's catching this on replay, I think the whole, I've got to find the software to go back and lift the whole video segment and post it up as a best of the whole zombie thing, because that was fucking fantastic.
Fuck yeah.
I wish I had that software. You know what? I'm going to assign that to Adam and have him go back through and listen to the show tomorrow and find that and lift it and send it to me as a best of bit, or send it so we can start putting it on TikTok and IG and all of that. And everybody start spreading the word. God, that was one of the better bits we've had in a while.
Hell yeah.
So what if the zombie died with shitty pants?
He's stuck being a shitty zombie. And what can I say?
I'm telling you, I don't think I've cracked up that hard in a while. That was great. So everybody who has tuned in, thank you for doing so. Everybody who missed it because you were with family or everything, we hope you had a happy Easter. Thank you for listening after the fact. And by all means, please share the word about this show and let everybody know we're doing it. Happy Easter again, everybody. This has been your Easter Sunday edition of Mayhem's Amigos. Chris, do you have any final thoughts tonight?
Yeah, don't forget that Easter originally was the pagan celebration for fertility. So a lot of fucking on Easter Sunday.
Maybe that's why it was the Easter Bunny, because everybody knows what rabbits like to do.
Well, it came from the pagan celebration of Estra, who was the goddess of fertility, and she was symbolized by a rabbit and an egg. So, I mean, put two and two together and
Okay, everybody was fucking.
But with that being said, support independent music, support local music, support live music, and always watch for motorcycles.
Yes.
I got.
Everybody, again, once again, thanks for tuning in and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed your Easter. Hope you had a good time with family. We will see you right here next week on Mayhem's Amigos. Good night.
Oh, yeah.